This is a review on How to Read Literature Like a Professor by the nerd Thomas C. Foster. We understand that Thomas Foster has no life and spends all of his waking hours nerding out on literature, and he makes this very clear throughout the book. Throughout every single chapter, he refers to at least 5 different random, obscure works that no one has ever heard of. And to prove this, we have the index, which is 11 pages long, filled with random authors like Gustave Flaubert and random works like The French Lieutenant's Woman. Now, which high schooler has ever heard of this? I do not know, but it did not add any sort of useful information to the book.
Go.
In Thomas C. Foster's book, How to Read Literature Like a Professor, he talks about the hidden meaning of symbolism within books and how it's the key to finding their true meaning. He uses examples in his chapter on weather about James Hardy's poem On the Dead. However, the 5 examples that come after it are extremely useless and highlight why this book is 300 pages and not just 40.
So, as a testament to how bad this book is, it has a 1.8 star review on Google Reviews, and one review from an online user called eJumper09 says this: "This book is literally the craziest thing I have ever read in my entire life. I was for real about to put a kill switch USB in my Chromebook while reading it. My eyes were burning and screaming for every time I had to start a new chapter." As well as, then, when he's done using the Yapatron 3000, he gets all pretentious and acts like he was just being a silly little goober, and we are idiots who didn't understand his 200 IQ joke. The worst of its chapters is 16 through 17, which literally made me want to stick a kitchen knife through my Chromebook screen. Let's get a moment of silence now for this man's Chromebook screen.
Yeah.
Another review from a poor soul who read How to Read Literature Like a Professor by Thomas C. Foster was Zach Young, a student who read it. In his review, he had to say, "Gotta be the worst thing I ever read. Play Fortnite, it'll teach you more about life and reading."
Although this book is horrendously longer than it needs to be, it could be about 40 pages, while it's close to 300 right now. It is one of the only nonfiction books that we've read this year, and it has kind of at least somewhat prepared us for the rest of the year in reading literature.
Go.
So from this book, we got a little bit of knowledge, learning to connect the books that we are currently reading with ones that we've read in the past and make connections between the two, like how a character going on a trip is often a hero's journey. Additionally, we learn to look for historical aspects of the time period an author was writing in and see how things like a popular religion or infamous diseases could have affected their writing.
Go.
Students often struggle while digesting literature, but this book makes it slightly easier to understand the deeper symbolisms within books.
Go.
Overall, this book was way longer than it needed to be. Content was pretty useless, and it was just, we didn't like it at all. Merrick didn't like it. I didn't like it.
The book was pretty terrible, in my opinion.
We're not even convinced Thomas Foster himself likes it. Probably just a cash grab. But in the end, it did help us digest symbolism easier and understand works a little bit more. So there you go.